Well, CDL fans, we are on to the third round. Only 16 teams left here in this 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. 8 games that are going to be happening today. Round 3 is only going to take one day to get through, like all the other game days we'll have from here on out, or rounds, or whatever you might want to call it. But today we knock it down to the final 8. Somalia, Albania, Mongolia, Columbia, Nepal, Swaziland, Nigeria, Dominica, Malaysia, Brunei, the United States, Argentina, Finland, New Zealand, Vietnam, and Cambodia are all that remain. Half of them will be eliminated today. Some great matchups. United States taking on Swaziland. We saw Swaziland knock out Brandon's coach team, Italy. They go up against the only other coach team in this tournament, which would be Team USA. So got Tim, Alex, and Shane and Gregory on there, run things for Team USA. Other than that, great games. Cambodia, Somalia, Malaysia taking on Dominica, Nigeria and Brunei. Game I'm looking forward to. Nonetheless, let's get you down to the field for that Somalia-Cambodia game, because they are going to lead us off here in round 3 of the 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby, presented to you by, well, the Car Demolition League. Let's get down to it. Alright, Toy Car Demo fans, welcome to round 3. Just 16 teams left here in the 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby. Only one day of play here for round 3, the third round of this whole tournament. 16 teams, 8 games, and 8 winners that will move on to the quarterfinals of the tournament. So, going to be very interesting, in my opinion, to see what happens. First game on tap for you. We got the 54th ranked team coming into the tournament, still in this thing, Somalia. They will be going up against the number 4 ranked team, still hanging in there themselves, Cambodia. Should be an interesting game. Good defense on both sides of the field, and I had to say some good heavyweight talent out there from Cambodia. As for Somalia there, Red Jaguar on their squad, you know how dangerous he can end up being. He had a great game in the first round. I think he went 3-0. He got that shutout, if I remember correctly. But nonetheless, Somalia needing him to step up today for sure. So we'll see what happens. Somalia and Cambodia. Game's about to happen. Let's get a look at the lineups for both sides. Alright, here we go. Time to start this game off. Starting things off for Somalia will be Ambulance 2 of the Gowanda Outlaws. And starting things off for Cambodia will be Black Phantom of the Washington Patriots. So here we go. Game about to begin. And Black Phantom has a flip, and that is part of the defensive arsenal down for Somalia right away. And heavyweight's usually good up against defensive cars, but now here comes Red Jaguar. He comes from the Seattle Lumberjacks. He's the second car out for Somalia, and both cars are down, but there's an interference. So back to their own sides. They'll get another chance here. And this time it's clean, and again, both cars are down. 10-5. Cambodia in the lead. Somalia now sending out Nashville Nighthawks Orange Chevelle, and he'll be taking on the Rookie of the Year of 2014 from the San Francisco Shinobis. It is Black Bullet 1 out there for Cambodia. Or my bad. I went to the wrong guy in the line. From the St. Louis Twisters, Rowdy. I grabbed the third car in their lineup, not the second. Well, nonetheless, Rowdy is a heavyweight, and behind him is that Rookie of the Year. Nonetheless, here we go, and this one is over. 15-5 the final. Cambodia gets the win. They didn't have to use the Rookie of the Year to get it done. They got it done quite well, all on their own. 15-5 the final. Let me tell you, they're really Black Phantom and Rowdy really shutting down the house there and getting the job done. They get the win. and they are on to the quarterfinals. So Cambodia making another very strong run. Keep in mind they made it all the way to the semifinals in 2011. So that being said, another great year for another great World Cup year for Cambodia. So good for them. Moving on. Next game on tap, Albania takes on Vietnam on CDL Live's 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby. Stay tuned. Alright, fans of Toy Car Demolition Derby, welcome back to the 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby, presented to you by, of course, the Car Demolition League. James Holtz here speaking. I don't even think I mentioned my name once in this whole thing, this whole tournament. I don't think you don't even know who the hell is calling the game. It's just some mystery dude. I don't know. But nonetheless, this next game, no mystery here. Should be an entertaining one. Coming into this tournament ranked 43rd. They had to qualify to get their way in, and let me tell you, now that they've qualified, they've certainly made the most of it. Getting all the way here to round 3, it's Albania, and a team no stranger to round 3 coming in this tournament, ranked number 9. It's Vietnam. Vietnam actually was eliminated in the 3rd round all the way back in 2011. Looking to improve here, so we'll see if they can get it done. And should be an interesting matchup. That being said, as I look at the field, good defense, good, how should I put it, heavyweight offense. So kind of relatively evenly matched, I think. Just a little bit of a defensive edge I might give to Vietnam here because they got the lightweight defense of a Mach 5 car there. And let me tell you, the Mach 5 cars, they fly, they go all over the place, but seldom to see them go down. Or let's put it this way, you see them go down, but they usually put up a fight before they do. So should be an interesting game. Albania, Vietnam. Let's just get a look at these lineups. Alright, here we go. Starting the game off for Albania will be Purple Indy from the Boston Vandals. He's some of that offense that Albania has. So Vietnam has like a defensive advantage, and Albania has the offensive advantage. We'll see which advantage takes hold here because there's that Mach 5. It's actually Mach 5 from Montreal, the D-leaguer from the Montreal Saints here. Out there trying to do his thing, he goes down right away, and that is uncommon to see one of those cars go down that quickly. But Purple Indy showing that a pro can make it happen, and now he takes on quite another pro. It's out on the field now for Vietnam. It will be 40 from the Phoenix Firebirds. Help the Firebirds get back to the playoffs, and he's helped Vietnam tie this game up quickly, 5-5. Now he goes up against Aqua Ferrari, coming out next for Albania there from the Cleveland Wolves, and both these cars really evenly matched and came very close to an interference there. Very close, but Aqua Ferrari has the flip. 10-5 Albania back in the lead. And now a familiar foe for Aqua Ferrari. He takes on What Jr. of the Pittsburgh Destroyers. What Jr. helped the Destroyers make it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as he takes on Aqua Ferrari now. He looks to help Vietnam stay in this game, and he does. What Jr. getting the flip. We are tied at 10. And now this is the best defense either of these teams can provide. Goldsy 28 from the Indianapolis Reapers now out there to take on What Jr., who's out there for Vietnam. And What Jr.'s down. So Albania, huge flip right there. That could be the beginning of the end for Team Vietnam right now. 15-10. Albania has the lead. Pro out there to battle against Goldsy 28. Pro coming from the Calgary Stallions, a D-League squad. Can he keep Vietnam in this game and force overtime? Or can Goldsy 28 get that game-winning flip? Now, Pro used to actually be a pro. Played for the LA Blades for a while, but he's down here. And this game is over. Vietnam, once again, eliminated. eliminated in the third round. 15-10 the final, a great game. Albania gets the win over Vietnam, and they will move on to the quarterfinals. I tell you, for a team that comes in having to qualify to make their way in, that is huge for Albania. Coming to this tournament ranked 43rd, and think about it, when it's done, they're going to be ranked amongst the world's top 8. So that's pretty big. That's actually very big. It's a big thing right there. So nonetheless, a great game that was had, and there's more to come. We are a quarter of the way through this third round. Up next, Mongolia. Same situation as Albania was in. They had to qualify their way to get here. One of only, let me see. Actually, no, they didn't have to qualify their way to get here. They did qualify. There were actually only 2. No, were there 4? No, there were 5 teams left that had to qualify their way in. Sorry about that, folks. Lose my place. But there were 5 teams left coming into this round that had to qualify to make their way in. 2 have played so far, and so far on this day they are 1-1. Of course, Somalia losing and then Albania winning. But Mongolia and New Zealand, 2 teams that were qualified from the get-go. Mongolia made it to the second round in 2011, and New Zealand went a little bit further than that. They ranked 13th, so kind of got a song up next. You know, yes, we're at 13, but they drew a 31. Anyways, it is Mongolia and New Zealand next on CDL Live. 31st ranked team against the 13th ranked team, if you didn't get the joke. Stay tuned. Alright, Toy Car Demo fans, welcome back. Our next game about to take place. Team that came into this tournament ranked 31st in the world, Mongolia. They were eliminated in the first round of the 2011 World Cup tournament. And a team that's no stranger to the third round, they were eliminated there in 2011, New Zealand. They are ranked 13th in the world coming into this tournament, looking to advance further than last time. Mongolia standing in their way after being eliminated round 1 3 years ago. They have now made it to round 3, so big improvement for them. That being said, should be a great game. Good defense on both sides. Good kind of like a mix of heavyweight offense, just straight up heavyweight defense there, and so on and so forth on New Zealand. But the defensive skills of Mongolia is quite frightening with Governor 2 there. And then, of course, you got Spectite from Roswell there. And RDO6 is, he stepped up big like once or twice already. So, never know what you kind of will see out of him. He is a free agent rookie. So, who knows what will happen there. All that being said, let's get a look at how the lineups are going to look today for both squads, Mongolia and New Zealand. All right, here we go. Starting things off for Mongolia is RDO6, the free agent rookie out there. He'll be taking on Hot Will Vet of the Utah Lakers. As a matter of fact, he made it to the D-League All-Star squad. If I didn't mention it before, I believe I did, though. Last time that this team played, and is it? No interference. Came very close. He is like half a centimeter away from Spectite's wheels, so they are going to switch sides here. Neither car was down, so clean collisions and another clean collision. And RDO6 going airborne, but landing it every time. And this time, both Hot Wheel Vet and RDO6 are down. We got a 5-5 game. So we are tied here, and now Governor 2 is out there for Mongolia. As a matter of fact, our Governor 2 is from the Calgary Stallions, another development league player, and from the Nevada Thunder, coming out there for New Zealand, is Clover. So here we go. An interference that time, but neither car went down. They'll stay on their own sides. And this time, Clover's down. Governor 2 has the flip. 10-5 Mongolia in the lead. Here comes the defense of New Zealand here. It is Extinguish of the Nashville Nighthawks. Almost gets the flip, but Governor 2 staying back up. He's a good defensive car himself. they go at it, and Extinguish just too much for him. And let me tell you, that's why Extinguish has earned that nickname over the years of the unflippable one. He's definitely a great card, but now he takes on someone that really every year challenges for that title, unflippable one, from the Roswell Aliens, Spectite, out there to face off against Extinguish. Now, Spectite taking the Mongolia side, Extinguish taking the New Zealand side. Two good defensive cards. We got a battle that could last a while, if we're just so fortunate to see it. You know, so far so good. Good collisions. Both cars staying alive in it. Good defense. Good stability on both sides. And I really see a lot of stability more out of Spectite than Extinguish here. Actually, staying low, not getting all topsy-turvy, shifting that weight right just to get around, and no interference there, but back to their own sides. They've switched back. Extinguish and Spectite, two of the CDL's best. Both of them, maybe not this year, but they have been all-stars in the past. And actually, Extinguish was on the all-star team, but that's Spectite taking them down. So 15-10 Mongolia. So Spectite with that crucial flip right there, and now splitting two is out there for New Zealand. He comes from the Rochester Tomahawks of the Development League. Trying to force overtime, not going to do it. Spectite getting it done on the very first flip against them. And we will not see overtime here in this one. 15-10 the final score. Mongolia gets the win over New Zealand, and they are going on to the quarterfinals. The grade 8, if you will. And that is where Mongolia is going. A good 15-10 win there for them. Actually really huge to be eliminated in the very first round in 2011, to come out here and make it all the way to round 4. Just astonishing, really. Really a great run for them going on right now. And for New Zealand, the pain of a third round elimination, just like Vietnam had to experience, they also experienced. Tough run, again, ended in the third round. Yet again, still a good run, but nonetheless, not as far as they hoped they could get. Coming up next, another two teams that were, these two teams that are coming up next, they were both actually eliminated in the very first round last year. Both had made it to round 3 this year, and it should be quite a show because they are very evenly matched. The 27th ranked team in the world, Colombia, up against 26th ranked Finland. Can't get any closer than that ranking-wise, so we'll see what happens next. Colombia and Finland, stay tuned. It's on the 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. Alright folks, time to put us halfway through the third round here with our next game. 27th ranked team in the world, Colombia, on the visitor side of the field to take on the 26th ranked team in the world, Team Finland. Should be a fun game to watch, a good mix of offense and defense on both sides, not to mention some heavy hitters too. Should be a great entertaining game. All that being said, both these teams faced elimination. They both were eliminated in 2011 in the first round. Both of them making it to round 3 here in 2014. Only one of them will make it to round 4 to be the winner of this game, of course. So that being said, let's go look at the lineups here. Colombia and Finland. Alright, here we go. Time to get this thing started, folks. Nickel and Diamond will be starting things off for Team Colombia. Nickel and Diamond from the Houston Oilers. And for Finland, it's a development league player. It's Desert Jeep from the Winnipeg Predators. So it was a good way to match up. We'll find out. Both cars down. We got a 5-5 game. So now, Golden Rat out there for Colombia. He comes from the New Orleans Gladiators, and his opponent here in this one will be Dragon Jr., another D-leaguer, this guy from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Bulls, who are going to become the Oklahoma City Strikers next year, but nonetheless, Dragon Jr. out there. One of Alex Johnson's cars. He goes down. So, Golden Rat, good flip there. And now here comes his toughest opponent, if you will, on the Finland side. No doubt about it. It has to be Wasp of the San Jose Storm. Out there for Finland, trying to keep them in this thing. Out there against Golden Rat. And Golden Rat has the flip. And wow, what a game by Golden Rat right there. Columbia getting the win over Finland. 15-5 the final. And it's been kind of a day of underseeds taking advantage here. We saw the second round end with all the higher seeded teams punching their ticket to round 3. And now we're seeing lower seeded teams punching their tickets to round 4 this whole round so far. The lower seed halfway through this thing, 4 games in. The lower seed is 3-1 against the higher seed so far. And that one, a big win for Columbia. 15-5 the final. They defeat Finland, and they are going on to the next round. Brew me some coffee, man. Holy cow. Columbia moving on to the quarterfinals. Coming up next, Argentina taking on Nepal on CDL Live's 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. Stay tuned. Alright, Toy Car Demo fans, it's time to start off the second half of this day for round 3 games. Single day for it. So halfway through the third round, time to clean it all up here and finish the rest of it. Excuse me as I try to digest coffee here. And but nonetheless, we got Nepal out there, ranked 30th coming into this tournament, and we've got Argentina here, ranked 19th coming into this tournament. Another similar story to the last game. Both these teams knocked out in the first round, all the way back in 2011. Both of them looking to move on to round 4 here. That being said, see some good offense and see some good defense on both sides. Weight advantage, I say that where the difference might come in, weight advantage, I got to give to Nepal, but pure just offensive advantage, got to give that one to Argentina. We'll see what happens here. That being said, let's get a look at the lineups. It's Nepal and Argentina. Alright, here we go. Purple 300ZX of the Dallas Lone Stars out there to take on Black Dragon of the Detroit Devils. Purple 300ZX, of course, for Nepal, and Argentina has Black Dragon there. So here we go. Game on, and it's going to be Nepal grabbing the early lead. 5-0. Purple 300ZX with the flip. And now coming out there for Argentina is going to be the free agent, El Sebre. And he goes down right away against Purple 300ZX. The heavy hitter there getting it done. And heavy hitter's been known to do well against defensive cars. And that's exactly what Green Blaze is here. Green Blaze with the Pittsburgh Destroyers out there trying to keep Argentina in this game. They're down 10-0. Almost goes down there. Both cars staying up. And this time Green Blaze has a flip. His defense prevails there. 4-0. Nepal now sending out Blue Dragon 2 of the Houston Oilers. And Blue Dragon 2 has the game-winning flip right there. Holy cow, the offense comes through. They didn't even have to rely on Synchro for that defense. A great win for Team Nepal. They are moving on to the 4th round here in the 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demolition Derby. 15-5 the final score. They defeat Argentina. And, man, underseeded teams now 4-1 against the higher seeds. Does that trend continue as we go into these last few games? USA, Brunei, and Malaysia, I mean, they definitely can't sleep on their opponents. I mean, they're seeing what's happening to the rest of the higher seeded teams that have been left in this tournament. The only high seed team to move on so far is 4th seed Cambodia, who came into this round 2nd highest ranked in the tournament. Of course, maybe they're kind of hoping that they will be the highest ranked by the end of day 3 or at the end of round 3 here. Definitely could be the way things are going. But nonetheless, Malaysia plays later. They are the highest ranked team left at rank 3. But we do have another high ranked team coming up. The United States of America, the 10th ranked team in the world coming into this tournament. They look to avoid another third round elimination. They'll be taking on a team that qualified to get themselves here, and now they're looking to get to round 4, Team Swaziland. That game next on the 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby, presented by the Car Demolition League, here on CDL Live. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back CDL fans and Toy Car Demo fans alike. Another game about to happen. It's going to put us 3/4 of the way through the 3rd round of this 2014 World Cup of Toy Car Demo. We've got the 41st ranked team in the world, Team Swaziland, had to qualify to get in. And going through qualifiers ain't easy, but they made it now all the way to the 3rd round, looking to get to round 4, and boy, don't they match up well. When you look at that, the two Indies there, they match up very well against the 10th ranked team in the world coming into this tournament, the United States of America. USA led by the 4 winners of the previous 4 Crash Bowls, each of them picking a car to be on this team each round. The 2014 world champ, Alex Johnson, taking one of his own, as did Tim Geiser, the 2013 world champ. Then go back to Shane Geiser in 2012, not one of his own cars, but nonetheless, picked the best car he could find. And then Gregory Fox, back in 2011, who won the Crash Bowl 15 with Pittsburgh. So, not his own car, again, a free agent there, as a matter of fact, but putting together quite the few owners there that definitely made an impact in this league the last 4 years. We'll see if they can make an impact on this stage. The United States was eliminated in 2011 in the same round, round 3. So they look to avoid that same fate that they had just 3 years ago for Swaziland. It's a matter of, hey, we qualified and now we're going to be back in 2017, but they have the opportunity to shine as far as they are concerned, the chance to get to the quarterfinals here. So definitely I say give the weight advantage to the United States, offensive advantage. I have to say it's pretty dead even offensively on both sides, but where the trick comes in, defensively, kind of gives Swaziland an advantage compared to the U.S. 5-alarm on there, very capable of defense. As is Black Mustang, but there's a reason one of them went undrafted, the other didn't, if you know what I'm saying, just on past performance. So, but nonetheless, should be a great game. Swaziland and the United States of America. Let's get a look at the lineups. All right, here we go. About to start this thing off. Swaziland. First car coming out there for them will be Custom Vet of the Calgary Stallions. He's a D-leaguer, and he'll be looking to make an impact as he takes on Yellow Spider for Team USA. He comes from the Nevada Thunder. He's a veteran, let me tell you. Tim Geiser actually used to have him on his team. Back on the Philadelphia Demons, let's see, a couple of years ago, actually when he went to the Crash Bowl and won it, and look at that, Yellow Spider getting it done there. 5-0 USA. And now, coming out for Swaziland is 5-alarm of the Denver Mustangs. He proved his worth in the D-Leagues back in 2013. Got pulled up to the pros, did pretty well there. And now he looks to keep Swaziland here in this game. Can't do it. 10-0 USA. Yellow Spider on a roll. Looking to put this thing away, but here comes the offense that is packing the Swaziland here. Indy 5 Junior of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Bulls. Oklahoma City Strikers for next year, but nonetheless, he's a hell of a car and good offensively, and for Yellow Spider, a tie would win this thing, so if you can at least get the tie, you never know, but we'll find out what happens. Yellow Spider and Indy 5 Junior is a tie. Both cars go down, and that ends the game. 15-5, the United States. So say, can you see they get past round 3? USA moving on to the quarterfinals in 2014.
Huge win for them. And really, though, I was expecting it to be closer with Swaziland having all that defense on that squad with 5-alarm. But Yellow Spider up to the task, getting the job done in this one. And I don't think the Nevada Thunder are going to trade him anytime soon. He definitely has been stepping up for Team USA here in this tournament, no doubt about it. Team USA breaking the streak that's been going on. There was a 4-game winning streak for underseeded teams. No more. The underseeded teams are now 4-2 against higher seeded teams on the day. So Brunei's like sitting here and wait, ready to play against Nigeria, going, we got a chance now. But nonetheless, Nigeria, a very strong team, and by the looks of them, when you look at Nigeria in this next game, I mean, that could be a team that takes the whole tournament. You never know, but Team USA on to the next round. They've still got a chance to win this tournament. That being said, we are 3/4 of the way through all these game days. Nigeria, Brunei next, and Dominica and Malaysia to end round 3 afterwards. So stay tuned. More Toy Car Demolition Derby World Cup next on CDL Live. Alright, Toy Car Demo fans, our next game is about to begin. Got a great matchup. Well, it should definitely be one. One of the teams that had to work their way in here through qualification, Nigeria. Leaps and bounds for them, man. They have a good team here. Looking to move on to the 4th round. They are ranked 47th in the world coming into this tournament at the very least. And they are going up against the 8th ranked Brunei. Brunei, no strangers to the 4th round. They made it to the 4th round well, not last year, 2011, the last World Cup, and they look to do it again. That being said, 2 good teams, and Solid Snake definitely been the performer to watch on Nigeria, the free agent rookie. Well, he's on hold for Brandon, but nonetheless, he's done very well so far. Him and Sonic Boom from the Philadelphia Demons, a very dangerous combo. As for Brunei, look out for Vendetta there. He knows how to get the job done himself. So if cars are him or her, whatever. But Vendetta, a good defensive card that's known to get wins. But we'll see what happens here. Nigeria and Brunei. Let's get a look at the lineups. Alright, starting things off for Nigeria will be Red Racer of the Alaska Bobcats. He's a D-leaguer. He's just getting those wheels bent up there. He's a development leaguer from the Alaska Bobcats. He goes up against a pro there, though, on the Brunei side. That is Blue 512 of the Washington Patriots. Game on. Whew. Good collision. They both stay up, switch sides, and that time an interference will send them back to their own sides. So a great way to start a game, and both cars still up after that one. That one was a monstrous collision. Interference call there. Back to their own sides they go. Still, neither car has gone down until now. It's going to be Red Racer getting the flip, and Nigeria gets the lead, 5-0. And now, coming out there for Brunei, it will be Mach 5-3 of the Richmond Reapers, another D-leaguer, and an interference call there. Both cars were still up anyway, but back to their own sides, and look at it. Mach 5-3, and that's where you see the Mach 5. It's very hard to take down. No interference there. Both cars still up. Still a 5-0 lead for Nigeria. Red Racer up against some defense now. Lightweight defense. He stays up again. Mach 5-3. Hanging in there. And Mach 5-3 ties this game in. When we said Mach 5s can be dangerous defensively, they don't go down easily. That's the kind of thing we're talking about. And now, Solid Snake out there for Nigeria. This game tied at 5. And Solid Snake showing some pretty good defense, too, when he's out there. Even though you wouldn't think it, he definitely has the looks of an offensive car. All Indy cars do, that low front end like that. Able to scoop and flip, and that time an interference is going to save Mach 5-3. He would have been down. The Solid Snake making contact with Blue 512, who's turned over in the Brunei pit area. So now they go at it again. Another interference, but both cars still up anyway. Going to go at it again. And clean collision, both cars still up. Will switch sides. Interference there, but again, both cars still up. Just back to their own sides here. Good collision there. Both cars switching sides yet again. And another interference. And again, though, both cars still up in the process. So the score still tied at 5 apiece between Nigeria and Brunei. It's so far been one heck of a game. And Mach 5-3 still up as he goes at it with Solid Snake. And this time, no interference there. And there is a good flip. Mach 5-3 gets the flip on Solid Snake. And the score now, 10-5. Brunei in the lead. And Sonic Boom now coming out there for Nigeria. He normally comes from the Philadelphia Demons. The team that he plays for. Takes on Mach 5-3. No interference there. Switching sides. And Mach 5-3 is down. Sonic Boom has a good flip. So he's stepped up big in this tournament when he's had to, and he did right there. 10-10. The score tied here. Had Sonic Boom gone down, would have been game over if Mach 5-3 could have gotten that flip. Nonetheless, Sonic Boom out there from the Philadelphia Demons, taking Nigeria's side here. And out there for Brunei from the Boston Vandals, it is Vendetta. Good defense on both sides now. And that time, wheel gets jarred loose, and a timeout here going to be called by Brunei. The front end of Vendetta, they don't want those wheels coming undone. Those wheels come undone, and they are on there loosely. Those wheels come undone, though. That is a disqualification. You don't want to fall down 15-10 to a car like Sonic Boom there, and a team like Nigeria, and have to try to force overtime using White Lightning there. I mean, not saying White Lightning's a terrible car, but I think you definitely have a better chance of winning if you got Vendetta out there. So, needless to say, let's put it this way. Vendetta was on the Eastern Conference All-Star team, and White Lightning was not even in the Pro League, so, and he didn't make the D-League All-Star squad. Let's just say that. So, we do these little repairs to Vendetta here off to the side. That is the solid tape, and just going to get this front end here kind of worked on. It's kind of a pretty simple procedure. Tape the front, and we might do a ring around the sides here just to kind of hold it all in place. Use a thick ring, like I said. One thing that definitely for Brunei, they don't want those wheels there coming undone at all. If you're going to go down, you want your car to get flipped, not be DQ'd. So, nonetheless, everything appears to be fixed on Brunei's side. And Vendetta looks like he'll be ready to go here against Sonic Boom. Score still tied at 10. So, great game so far. No interference there. Again, no interference. Good clean collisions. Good defense by both cars. Both of them staying really stable here. Both of them still going at it. Both of them still up. Good battle between two good cars that can get the job done. Look at Vendetta showing you some of that defense there. Rolls back up. And rolling back up again. Sonic Boom starting to really trying to get some offense there. And this time it's Sonic Boom on the defense. He stays up though. And this time an interference will send the cars back to their own sides here. So, still tied at 10. Vendetta and Sonic Boom putting on a show. Both cars still up. No interference. Going to switch sides. Woohoo! And by the looks of it, Sonic Boom might have cut through that tape. He did. He actually did. Timeout called by Brunei. So that front end, and let me tell you something, only three timeouts per team, and already that tape has been cut through. So that front end of Sonic Boom doing the damage that, let me tell you, he keeps getting them in just that right spot. They'll run out of timeouts, and Brunei down now to their last timeout. So for Nigeria, maybe this is the game plan, just wearing down Brunei and making them use all their timeouts and maybe making Vendetta lose those wheels. So it's going to be the same type of tape job, I would definitely think. Head up the front end. And this time, maybe put another layer of tape over the actual front just to pad up that front end for this car here for Brunei. Not as easy to get through 2 layers of tape than it is 1, so a little bit of strategy there by the Brunei side for Vendetta to make sure he's up and ready to run here. So they definitely need him right now. Both teams relying on the cars at their captain spots in the tied 10-10 game. So, the second timeout has been taken by Brunei. They have 1 remaining. And Sonic Boom still ready to go. And Vendetta is now game back on. So they'll keep going at it. Switching sides yet again. This time both cars have to use their defense to stay up. No interference, clean hit. Both cars, their defense just shining through right now. Both of them still up yet again. And this time an interference. And Sonic Boom was down, and really it was about to be a good flip, but Vendetta hits an obstruction off screen there. And this game is still 10-10. So they'll go at it again here. It's actually a cat scratching post he hit, and this time another interference. Sonic Boom again, saved by an interference call. And yes, this is the only time you'll see a car hit a cat and actually see the cat survive. But nonetheless, we'll go at it again. Sonic Boom has been lucky a couple of times now as he switched sides with Vendetta here. Going at it still. Couple of interference calls, and Vendetta, man, just so close to moving on. Ooh, he saves himself there. Vendetta and Sonic Boom going at it. And this time Sonic Boom is down, and he is down cleanly. 15-10, Brunei in the lead. And Piccolo is now out there for Nigeria. He's a free agent. He's trying to force overtime against Vendetta, one of the best defensive cars in the league. And they'll go at it. Both cars still up, going to go at it again. 15-10, Brunei for the win. They got it! Vendetta. The game-winning flip right there, and the 8th-ranked team in the world, Brunei, is going to round 4 for a second time in their history of play here in the World Cup of Demolition Derby. Of course, this has been kind of short-lived. We used to do this yearly. Now, you know, we're doing it every 3 years, but nonetheless. Brunei, impressive, a 15-10 win over Nigeria, a team that was really built very well, if I do say so myself. But the defense of Vendetta stepping up, and Vendetta, he is a car that can step up, and really he's the car that the Boston Vandals look to come regular season to try to get them in the playoffs. They came up short this year, but nonetheless, I think if you're a Vandals fan, I think you kind of have a bright future, especially with Vendetta on that squad, because such a good leader he is to get wins, and he does here for Brunei today. That being said, we are going to be heading into our last game, if that one wasn't entertaining enough, right? The highest ranked team left in the tournament is about to play Malaysia, ranked 3rd in the world, going up against 59th ranked Dominica. So should be an interesting game. Hope you all stick around. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. There's one more left in the 3rd round, and it's next on CDL Live's 2014 World Cup of Demolition Derby. Stay tuned. All right, folks, it's time for the lowest ranked team left in the tournament to take on the highest ranked team in the tournament. Dominica, ranked 59th in the world coming into this tournament, as far as Toy Car Demolition Derby goes, up against the team that took 3rd place, the number 3 ranked team. They took 3rd place in 2011, I should say, and they come into this tournament ranked 3rd in the world. They are the highest ranked team still in the tournament. It is Team Malaysia, And Malaysia always been strong in international play, and 2014 appears to be no difference. Can they get by today? Now, this game day really started off with the Zealand teams, the underseeded teams, really stepping up their game. They were 4-1 until the last two games against the higher seeds. They are now 4-3 on the day against the higher seeded teams. Malaysia looking to make that number break even at 4 apiece, and Dominica, they're trying to be the lowest seeded team to move on. We came into this round with 5 teams that had to fight through qualifiers to get here, making it to this round. Only 5 out of the 16 that were left. Going into round 4 so far, only one of the teams that had to fight through qualifiers has actually made it to round 4, and that team was Albania. Dominica looking to be that second one to make that hunt. For Malaysia, they are looking to get back to the quarterfinals. Really, this team, high expectations. They expect to maybe even win the finals. Malaysia, very strong squad, of course, the highest seed left. And good defense on both sides. I see really 2 teams that I'd say are fairly evenly matched. So this should be a fun one to watch. Enough said. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineups. It's Dominica and Malaysia. All right, here we go. Black Testarossa 2 from the Indianapolis Reapers will be the first car out there for Dominica. And for Malaysia, it will be White Ferrari of the Houston Oilers. So here we go. Game on, and White Ferrari has a flip. 5-0 Malaysia, just like that. Black Testarossa 2 down. That brings out Pink Lamborghini of the New Jersey Bandits out there for Dominica. And he'll tie this game up. White Ferrari down, and here comes Green 7 of the Minnesota Maniacs, the middleman car for Malaysia. Take on Pink Lamborghini. 2 good offensive cars here. Both these teams matched up fairly even, really, when you think about it. Just a little heavier at the 5-point gainer spot is Dominica, but they'll go at it. Green 7 gets the flip on Pink Lamborghini. 10-5 Malaysia in the lead. And Green 7 now looking to put this thing away. At the other side of the field, though, we got Darkwing of the Seattle Lumberjacks. He's at the captain's spot for Team Dominica. He's a good defensive car. We'll see if he can be good enough here. So he takes on Green 7. And he goes down. So Green 7 getting that game-winning flip, and Malaysia is on to round 4. Still the highest-ranked team in the tournament. They're still going to be main eventing. Huge win for Team Malaysia to get the W, and they advance to the next round. So that being said, they will be playing against Albania. They'll be playing against Albania, the only team that had to fight through qualification to actually make it all the way to round 4. They're the only one left. That group basically ranks 33 and down. So huge accomplishment for them, but Malaysia will be standing in their way in the next round. We'll go through the whole list of the games that are about to happen, and I'm about to sign off here and just show them to you because, yeah, it's going into round 4. Only 4 games will happen in round 4. It is the quarterfinals. We're down to the best 8 teams in the world: Cambodia, Albania, Mongolia, Colombia, Nepal, the United States, Brunei, and Malaysia. So 15-5 the final here in this game, and Malaysia moving on. So that being said, thanks for watching here, and we hope that you'll catch us for the quarterfinals, and even further beyond that, hopefully you'll become a CDL fan, maybe own a team. If you ain't satisfied with how your country did this year, maybe you want to, become a coach, so to speak. Whatever, hey, leave a comment or hit me up or whatever, So, but nonetheless, that being said, thanks for joining us. Till next time, peace, and here's a look at how round 4 is looking.